Pisces. This is your reading for the 12th to the 20th of April 2025, and it's going to be general, so please take what resonates and let the rest go. Let's welcome in the high frequency archangels, ascended masters, light beings, spirit guides, and of course our higher selves to assist with this reading. Okay, Pisces, let's not drop half the deck. Let's see what's going to jump out instead. Okay. Okay, any minute now we're going to have a flip or a jump or, once again, half the deck. Maybe there's a lot on your plate at the moment, Pisces. Maybe you're sifting through a lot, okay? Okay, right, let's take these two. Yes, we have the two. The first one on the top is the Two of Pentacles. You're likely juggling things at the moment, and maybe you are trying to blend a couple of things, or there's two things in your life, and here we have the Sun. Okay, Pisces, this is about confidence, expression, expansion, your inner child coming on board here as well. I think something's completed, something's wrapping up, and I think you're going to be starting, and underneath, starting something new, and underneath we have a nice nurturing Queen of Pentacles energy for you. Recently, Ten of Swords, something's been finishing up. This is the Five of Wands, or maybe just recently you've noticed that you've been working hard and maybe you're ignoring your physical needs here, Pisces. Maybe you've been doing a lot of head stuff, okay? Page of Swords in the near future. So it's looking like you're going to be simplifying from the 10 swords down to just one page holding the sword here, okay? You're going to decide which sword you're going to take up. And here we have the Four of Wands in your current energy, which is celebratory. Seven of Wands, Two of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. And yeah, I think you're consolidating, looking over things at the moment. And you have the Knight of Pentacles, making some plans. Okay. I've got a journal idea about what this is, but I'm just going to have a quick meditation with these energies. I'll be back to you in a moment. Okay, Pisces, we're going to start with the Queen of Pentacles, which is sort of driving your reading. And I think what you're looking for at the moment, anyway, maybe in the month of April or possibly longer than that, just to create some comfort, a nice little sanctuary for yourself, maybe to sort of establish a spiritual practice and also to align with your passions, but to be grounded as well. So I feel like you're looking to move into a calm, centered, aligned, grounded way of being, okay? And at the moment, well, actually recently, I think it's almost looking like either something's wrapping up or you've sort of diverged from this path a little bit for some reason. You've been thinking a lot, doing a lot of mental stuff here, and I think in terms of, well, literally you're on the ground here, so that's a pretty grounded position, but your thoughts and that sort of been killing the physical, metaphorically. So I feel like, you know, your self-care has sort of taken a bit of a blow here for some reason, Pisces. Maybe your focus changed or shifted. But I feel that you are aware of this because at the moment you're kind of going, yeah, you're prepared to be adaptable. You're prepared to change whatever, you know, took you into this energy here. And I think you're going to be, you know, fairly firm, resolute, and you're going to be, you're going to look and do some planning and introspection here. And I think you're going to be being honest with yourself here. You're going to be trying to balance mind and body, okay? And I feel like, you know, it has been a bit of a conflict, this mind-body thing for you. And I feel that at the moment you are also, you know, you're wrestling with something. I think you're trying to fine-tune things here, and you are learning something, you are working with people, and this could be in different situations. Okay, maybe you're learning something over here, then here you're working with people, and you're also juggling other things, and you're trying to bring it all together here at the moment, okay? hence the overarching energy for the reading is Knight of Pentacles, which is sort of suggesting Pisces to come into calm, come into still, and just write some things out, write out a plan. Directly under this, we also have the moon. So look at your subconscious. You know, maybe there are certain ways of being that are sort of default. Maybe they've been programmed deeply within you, and maybe you're going to be changing that. So looking at your subconscious programming or your conditioning, and just to see, you know, I mean, there could be things like maybe for some reason you're valuing the mind over the body, or you, for some reason, you are allowing your attention to be focused away from this nice, balanced, harmonious state. So maybe it's a process for you, Pisces, of identifying what is it that's throwing you off of your balance, okay? It could be within you, it could be energies around you, okay? And yeah, this is about, you know, getting curious and really kind of coming into some understanding and clarity about what you're going to do moving forward. I feel like you're going to come to a realization about something, and I feel that this is like an achievement or a milestone here, but it could just be a celebration. Maybe you're going to be having some fun or some enjoyment, and you know, maybe this is, you know, maybe this is part of the enjoyment for you. Maybe this is like more meditation, and maybe you're just going to do some more meditation for yourself. Maybe this has been hard work, hard slog, and maybe you are kind of going to be saying, well, this energy is no longer going to override this one. Okay, maybe this is like a nice insight for you. And external environment, external influences, here you are sort of, I guess, defending your right. There could be people or energies around you. We just mentioned then, you know, there could be energies around you that are influencing you to, or that are throwing you off balance here. This is your balance, okay, and this is you being off balance, Pisces. So just be aware of those energies if there are any, and also to just create the boundaries that you need to create in order to maintain your balance and your sense of self, peace, harmony, balance here. And in your hopes and fears, maybe there's a decision or there's something that, you know, and it could be to do with this idea of balance. You know, if maybe your current home environment or work environment, or maybe friends or, you know, interests or hobbies that you have are not sort of conducive to your balance, then maybe there's some decisions or some things that you might need to change here, Pisces. And I feel like, yeah, I mean, you're going through the Seven of Pentacles, you're going through a self-reflection thing at the moment. I think you're identifying with regard to this earth here, you know, what is it that you're wanting to grow towards? You know, do you want to move into personal growth and development? Is that a thing for you? Also looking at your income, you know, what income are you looking for? Also with regard to health and well-being, you know, this is the earth element is about, you know, the body, the physical and matter. And perhaps, you know, in the home environment, you know, what kind of a home environment, or what energies are you looking to bring into your home as well? So there's a few things that you're considering there, Pisces. Let's... yeah, but I mean, the sun, this could be like, you know, eclipse energies or your source connection here. Maybe you've just connected to source, Pisces, and I feel that there's going to be a recalibration. Interesting thing is, yes, of course, it's eclipse energies. You have the sun and the moon in your reading here, okay, which is really nice. So this is sort of saying that, you know, astrologically, you are in tune with the astrological things that are going on around you. You feel their effects, and you're making use of those energies at the moment to recalibrate, reevaluate, and to make the changes that you need to make here. Yeah, let's grab a card for the center. Ace of Wands. Yeah, this is a spiritual thing. And I think you're prepared to be adaptable and flexible enough to make changes, Pisces. You are a mutable sign, so, you know, that makes sense. And it's going to be spiritual for you. This is a spiritual thing. It's going to help you with your spiritual alignment, your creativity, you know, and activating your inspiration as well. That kind of looks like Mars energy there as well. So, yeah, inspiring. Let's clarify the Ten of Swords next. I feel like you've been overthinking, or there's some stress and anxiety that you've, I guess, has snowballed a bit for you, Pisces, in one or more areas of your life. Let's have a look. There could be something also that's sapping your energy. Okay. Maybe it's an activity or, you know, work role or, you know, another energy that's around you at the moment. Let's see. Okay. Right. 8 of Pentacles. Sorry, 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, so this is sort of a perception of lack. So maybe you've been focusing on the things that you feel that you don't have. But Pisces, you do have a lot of, there are different realms of life, okay? Physical, you know, emotional, spiritual, mental, intellectual. Okay, so even if you're lacking in income, okay, Pisces, maybe this is what this is about. And maybe that's causing you stress here. And maybe you are working at something at the moment that has sort of, you know, you've adopted a job role that's kind of, you know, high in the stress stakes. That, you know, you have other skills and abilities. 6 of Wands, you know, there is success on the horizon. Okay, 5 of Pentacles can be about asking for help. So maybe you need help. And maybe it's about getting the support that you need here so that you can achieve the success that you're looking for here, Pisces. Let's clarify the 5 of Wands. Okay, that's not too many cards. Okay, 7 of Swords and Hermit. Yeah, I think what you're doing is you're going within at the moment to find out what the truth is of the things here, of what values you're wanting to align with here. You know, what's it you're in the process of selecting what's important to you and what isn't. Okay. And you're also, yeah, fine-tuning things and bringing things into a balance that's going to be workable for you as an individual, as a Pisces, okay? This is your power card, the Moon here, okay? So it's also about you really acknowledging, okay, that you are a highly intuitive sign. And it's about making plans to allow yourself to activate your intuitive faculties. So, you know, really honouring your intuitive faculties and giving those aspects of yourself the time, attention and energy that they deserve, or that you deserve, Pisces. Okay, we're just going to, I had no card in mind for those energies. Let's look at the, let's look at the 4 of Wands here. Just see what that is for you at this time. It's a celebratory energy of some sort here. You're definitely, you know, making plans. I think you're going to be making some changes in April. That's what it's looking like. There's going to be changes to your schedule, changes to how you do things, and maybe you are going to be honouring aspects of yourself, for example, your intuition, and perhaps your physical self-care here, more so than you have been. Okay. Okay, it's It's very interesting because I'm working really hard at trying to get one to jump out. And yeah. So maybe Pisces, you're really struggling at the moment to balance everything out. I mean, I totally get that because I'm struggling to get a card out right now. I think we're just going to cut the deck for the Four of Wands. Okay, here we have the Two of Wands. So if this is an event or something, maybe it's going to help you to set out on a path. Yeah, or it could just be a lightening of a mood state. Maybe there's some higher frequency energies coming in, and it's sort of really going to help you to align yourself here in making a decision about your path and how you're going to do things. Okay, we've had a flip, and I was looking at the Seven of Wands. So we have the Ace of Pentacles for that. So we were speaking before about how you were defending if there's any sort of energies around you that are, I guess, throwing you off balance or off of your center, that there's going to be new opportunities coming in, and maybe you're going to sort of get, maybe you'll have access to something like a resource or maybe some information or an opportunity that will help you with this to, you know, maybe you're going to be changing things on the home front. Let's look at the Two of Swords here. So this is a decision, or yeah, this was the your inner contemplation about what decisions you're needing to make to, you know, come to that balance here. Seven of Pentacles. So this is like you're going within to consolidate, to evaluate how things are working, and maybe you're going to be making some decisions about what is working and what isn't working, and then changing things up. Okay. Yeah, this is like a reading about of fine-tuning, changing, and yeah, basically sort of making some plans here. Okay, that one just wanted to jump out. Five of Wands. So yeah, and Spirit, I think just then with this card jumping out, just wanted to reiterate that this is this was a similar energy to another reading we just did, to emphasize that this, when things are challenging or they might seem confusing, it's a call to go within, as the Hermit's saying here, which was to clarify this energy. It's a call to go within, to work out what your priorities are, and to, I guess, create a workable plan for yourself, but also to be open to learning new things and taking in new information that's going to be helpful. Okay. Or new ideas, even new inspiration as well. And perhaps this is talking also about, you know, getting physical here, Pisces, doing something physical, which makes sense because I think recently you haven't been, and this is, you know, maybe your mind is going to take a little back seat. You know, perhaps this is your daily schedule, your weekly schedule. Maybe there needs to be some time where you block out, where you're saying, well, I'm not going to be engaging too much in thinking stuff. I'm just going to do some physical stuff. Maybe that's what Spirit's saying here. Okay, let's look at the bottom of the deck as well. Five of Cups. That's really about this choice point of, you know, whatever it is that you focus on. This is the disappointment here, and behind here, this is the potential, you know, happiness and fulfillment and resolution that, you know, you can certainly acquire for yourself here, Pisces. You're moving into your empowerment, which is the moon. A lot of the depth, a lot of what's hidden is coming to light, as you well know. And the interesting thing too is that, of course, you know, the sun is shining on all of this hidden stuff, and it's all coming to light. And I think what's happening here, Pisces, is that you are getting more of an insight into your true nature and what your actual needs are. Okay. And I think similar theme to someone else's reading, which is about you working out your personal truth and your specialized path, or your path in life, and how you're going to do things specifically for your soul energy, as opposed to listening to other people or looking at other people and seeing how they're doing things and trying to do what other people are doing. Okay, it's saying, this reading is saying, do it your way. okay? You need to make sure you do it your way. Do it the way that you need to do it, okay, Pisces? So that's what I have for you. Hope that's been helpful. Look forward to our next reading. In the meantime, have a great day, great week, and I'll see you again soon.